Hello everyone, I am Rishi Mandal Vijayvargya and today I would be speaking on public and private keys, the demonstration on public and private keys. I would be demonstrating it by using endersgroundword.com. So this is one of the application that enables you to see how public and private key pairs are used in your blockchain. So from this screen you can understand that one random number is generated, which is your private key. I can change it or I can modify it. Any combination of numbers which are random, they can work as my private key, and corresponding to that private key I have one public key generated, right? So I've clicked over here and I've got one random number. This should be kept secret or this should be kept very safely with us, but this public key is disclosed so that anybody can send transaction or can communicate to me through this public key. So let's see how this public and private key pairs is used in the transaction in blockchain. So I go on to the signatures tab. So you can see over here, I have typed one message, say, hi, how are you? Let's have a workshop meeting and form, right? So this message I want to send it somebody. So I sign it with my private key. My private key is over here. I have generated my private key, and with the help of this private key, I'm signing this message. So my message signature has been generated. This message signature will be sent along with my message, so that at the receiving end, this will be verified that this signature was actually sent by me. Once it is authenticated, then the receiver will be confident that this message was generated by me. So you can see in the verification section, this message was sent, and this is my public key, and this is the signature which was generated. You can see over here, this is the signature 30460. My private key is not communicated, but definitely my public key is communicated in the to address field. So when this message is verified, this, if it is all okay, then this background will turn green. Just see. So how the verification process was done? Actually, there is an algorithm. That algorithm, it again generates the public key from this signature, because we already know that the public keys are generated from the private keys, right? So the account, like if you take the example of Ethereum, an Ethereum account is created from the public key by taking the last 20 bytes of the public key. So those last 20 bytes of the public key, they act as an Ethereum account. So when this message, whatever message you send to the receiver, signed with your signature, so this signature is again run over an algorithm, and that algorithm, it generates the public key. So the receiver will be sure enough that yes, this signature, it is a valid signature. Why? Because I was able to generate the public key of the sender from this signature. But definitely you can never generate the private key. Next is, let's see in terms of transaction. So you can see over here that $20 is being sent from this public key to this public key, and the private key for this transaction is this. So when I sign this transaction, this is the signature that has been generated. So at the receiving end, what would happen? The message received was $20 from this public key to my public key, suppose, and this is the signature that was used. So what would the receiver do? Receiver will again run this to a algorithm which would generate the public key, and it would check yes, well, from this signature of this public key has been generated, then the receiver would be sure yes, this is an authentic sender. Okay, so let's see this in terms of blockchain. This is peer A, and peer A is having the Genesis block. Obviously, this Genesis block is very much important, and then subsequent transactions are given over here. The thing that you need to notice is that every transaction, for example, take this transaction, which is having $10 from this public address to this public address, the signature is also appended with the transaction. Similarly, for other transactions, all the transactions are having their signatures attached with them. Right, and all this data, it is hashed and the value is stored over here and it has been mined. Now suppose at any instant of time, suppose I modify one of the values. So what happened? This particular block and all the subsequent blocks, right? They would malfunction, right? So now suppose if I mine this block, take some time for mining. It has been mined successfully, you can see, but what happened? Signature is still in red color, right? Because this signature, it was generated by the sender using his or her private key, and it had also taken into account the transaction details and other details which were there in the transaction, and the signature was generated. But now since this value has been changed, so this signature, it is not matching with this, right? So in this way the receiver would come to know whether the information that has been transmitted, it is an authentic information or not. So I hope this was helpful. Here we have seen how what are public keys and what are private keys, how private keys are used to generate the public keys, how private keys are used to sign your transactions, and how at the receiving end these transactions are verified and its application in the blockchain. Thank you.